I want to make a video on something interesting and frustrating that I discovered on the internet. Um, if you're familiar with Dr. Umar Johnson, and if you're not, he's someone who is adamantly against interracial marriage. Um, but I saw a video of his on Instagram. He posted this video with no comment, but his ideas are very clear of a black man and his white wife, and they were doing a gender reveal. And he, of course, denounces these kind of things. So you know when he's posting that he's expressing his disapproval. But I was very disgusted by the things that I was seeing in the comments. Very anti mixed race comments, comments saying derogatory things towards the woman, saying derogatory things towards the man. And the thing that frustrated me the most about this was I went on to make reports on these comments. And on every single one of these comments, I reported for hate speech, hate symbols, whatever. And I'm going to show you these comments shortly. Every single one of them, Instagram responded back and said, this doesn't break our terms. You know, it doesn't line up with what we would deem reportable. So I got curious and I started looking up how they dealt with white supremacy. I couldn't find a single page on Instagram that had any content like what I was seeing. Period. So let's just go ahead and look at this. So this is the first one. This must be stopped. The interracial zombies are ruining our pigment. We found that this comment doesn't go against our community guidelines at hate speech. Okay, so I guess you can call interracial people zombies, and they're ruining pigment. So, okay, that's acceptable. I guess you can just say that. That's fine. Okay, let's look at another one. He's happy AF about that impending mutant. Okay, so it's not hate speech to call anyone who's mixed race mutants. All right, cool. Sure, yeah, that works. Okay, look how happy he is to be watering down that black. I am too. We need less of these kind. Erase yourself. I don't even need to say anything about that. You know what that's saying. And that's not hate speech according to Instagram. I think this next one here takes the cake though. Destroying your melanin by having a baby with a white woman from the caves. White people, Caucasians, race of Yakub. Caucasians came from the caves with hunger and illness and lack of bath. White people. So this last one, when it talks about Caucasians being the race of Yakub, that goes back to a nationalistic separatist organization called the Nation of Islam. You might be familiar with Malcolm X or Louis Farrakhan. Malcolm X denounced them before he died, by the way. They taught that in ancient Africa, like 6,000 years ago, there was this evil scientist named Yakub, and he created white people to torment black people, which is just inherently a racist idea that is not reality. It's not scientifically true. But that's what that person's alluding to. I think it's extremely heinous that all of these comments are permitted by Instagram. Any of that stuff is incredibly stupid and foolish to say. I don't care what your ethnicity is. I don't care what your color, background, culture, whatever. If you flip any of that to any gender, any race, any orientation, any religion, It's extremely racist. It's extremely hateful. It's incredibly heinous. But for whatever reason, Instagram doesn't deem these situations, or in this context, doesn't deem this stuff as hate speech. And so I'm not making this video even as a denouncement or an indictment against Dr. Umar or his community. That's whatever. I have my thoughts on it. It's more of a denouncement or an indictment on Instagram and their hypocrisy, to allow that kind of thing to be on there. That it only works to stir up hatred and supremacy and division and just stupid racist ideas that they would nip in the bud. If it was white supremacy, they would be all over that. Those accounts don't even exist. I tried to find that stuff. I could not find anything on it. But I can find anti-Jewish stuff pretty quick. I can find garbage like this really quick. And it just makes you wonder, what in the world is going on in these corporations? What are they pushing? What are their agendas? Do these companies actually want to work to unite people? Or are they biased and they're actually hypocrites? I don't know. Let me know your thoughts. I don't have much more to say. I don't have anything else more to say than that. I can only speculate. It just made me upset, frustrated me, showed me how hypocritical these corporations are that pander and virtue signal and want to be seen as these righteous companies and people that are on the right side of history, but they don't care about balance. They don't care about equality, because equality means that people are equal. It doesn't mean that mixed people are mutants or zombies, or that you need to maintain pigment for your value to stay. It's just stupid. I'm done. Peace.